Hello, everybody. I'm alive. I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for being here. Those of you that are. I notice that I've lost about 30 subscribers in my absence. All betrayals are remembered. All betrayals. Hello, everybody. So the purpose of this stream is just to tell you what's happened to the channel, what I've done, and to resolve this, and what my plans for the future are. And yeah, you should rest assured that you are still going to get great content. And yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. Thank you to the people asking. Who's the hobo? Okay, you see what I get here? You see what I do? You see what I go through for you people? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I've basically nuked the content on the channel. And the reason is I got a strike. I woke up on Wednesday morning, and it started off well because I was looking for my emails as you wake up. And I got a refund off a company, and I didn't think I was going to get the refund off them, but I did. So I was quite happy about that. And I continued to scroll down, YouTube strike. So that wasn't great. And I immediately had a bit of a heart attack, and because I've never had any issue before. And I got on the computer, and I found out what's going on. But I had to take my kid to nursery, so I had to get him ready. So as you can imagine, it's very stressful. It was a very stressful morning. I had to get my kid ready, make his little lunch, take him to nursery, and then rush back here to find out what's going on. So, essentially, a copyright company. I don't know for certain everything, right? This is just assumptions I've made based on talking to other people and just, assumptions. And basically, I've been copyrighted for image use in a number of videos. It wasn't for the actual content themselves. It was for image use. Yeah, there was basically 9 videos that got grouped together in the one strike. And essentially, yeah, I had to, well, we'll explain. So this copyright company is basically, I know a fair bit about AI for various reasons. So this is a company that's going to have like AI agents, which are like programs. You've seen The Matrix, right? They're like an AI program that is tasked to do particular things. And one of these will be for for a copyright company to they'll be tasked to go around finding content matching, to do content matches for copyrighted material. And that would have been this artwork. And they have tracked me down to a number of videos that were, there was 1 or 2 law videos. There was some book review videos. And it was a mix, yeah. So the only commonality, and what it says in the things I saw, the notification I got, was the character names, and they're the names of the artworks. So yeah, and I was aware that this was going on. I think there's a guy called it was Janovic. I apologise for mispronouncing your name. And I think I saw a video a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about this with like fan-made content and fan-made art, that sort of thing, and someone got taken down or something like that. Anyway, so I was vaguely aware that this was going on. And the only commonality with anything on these videos was that they had that artwork. So yeah, I've just been hit by an AI trawling the internet for content matching material. Now, so this has happened on the Tuesday morning, and I've immediately decided to hide everything. And then I went and spoke to a couple of contacts I've got, YouTubers. I don't know many people. I'm not the most social person, right? I don't do the whole going around trying to make friends with people and stuff like this. And no disparagement against people who do, but I just haven't got the the inclination to do that. I probably should, right? I probably should, but yeah. I spoke to a few people I do know, and I spoke to some friends of mine who are actually like very successful, you know, guys who are very successful, old friends of mine, and just to speak to them and hear what they're thinking, because tangentially they're kind of related areas for at least one of them. Anyway, I rapidly come to the conclusion that I need to get rid of everything and delete everything in order to ensure that the channel stays up. Because I didn't know at the time whether there was going to be another strike coming, whether I was going to get another one in an hour, in 2 hours. Tomorrow morning I was going to wake up again, and that was going to continue, because it could possibly, right? Especially for some of them, because what they got from the one that they did, from the videos that they did do, is actually like in other things. So, I mean, to be honest, I feel quite lucky, if you get me. I feel quite lucky to have survived. Yeah, I just basically took everything down just for security, just to ensure that everything was tip-top and okay. And then I've had to consider my next steps. And yeah, I tell you, it was not a nice experience having to delete all those videos. I mean, for instance, the Fall Acadia video is, I think, if not the top, it's definitely within the top 10 of like all, aside from like Astartes beat everything, right? But like Fall Acadia and a bunch of other videos I'd done, they had millions of views. And yeah, like some of the most watched Warhammer videos of all time. So that was annoying. But you got to see things for the positives. And the positives are, I've managed to get rid of everything that could potentially cause a problem in the future. And yeah, the channel's fine. But yeah, I'm sure you can imagine, I was thinking, this is going to happen again and again and again, and that would be a problem. So I took the only, I decided to deal with the problem with one quick blow, and that was the only way to do it. I've had to nuke everything just to be on the safe side. And yeah, that rapidly became clear with discussions with people I was talking to. There was probably there was the only option, really, the best and only option. So, what does that mean for the content and stuff? Well, at the minute, does that make sense to you, chat? Does that make sense to you, chat? Please do let me know in the comments, chat, if that makes sense to you. I'll just collect myself as I get into my next bit. No hacking. This was more all my own actions. So yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you, Ami. I appreciate that. And Duppy Man, Tamworth's a bit far for me, mate. You know what I mean? Maybe back in the day it wasn't too far, but it is a bit too far for me these days. Okay, so no, it was not fan art. It was official art. And what I mean, I mentioned the fan art because someone else has been done. Someone else has got in trouble for using fan art, I think, or something like that. But what I'll say about this, is AI stuff, right? So this is going to happen more regularly, and this is a warning, I guess, to any sort of Warhammer YouTubers or anyone who uses artwork and so on in their content. This company, which shall remain nameless because it doesn't matter, it could be anyone. You can basically like set up an AI to essentially trawl the internet. You give it a set of tasks, and it will find and flag things, and then flag things to another AI, and then that will get escalated up the chain of command at whatever company. There was probably no human person. There was probably no actual person involved in any of this. Potentially, but I very much doubt it. This feels like an automated process that's gone on, and based on other things I've seen and other things I've heard, that's how it is. I mean, potentially it was people involved, I don't know. But this company, like many other companies, they will basically send these bots out to do content matches. Take this selection of things, TV shows, movies, images, whatever, this library of things. If you find these things, strike. And that's what happened to me. And that's why I consider myself quite lucky, because it could have gone a bit further than what it did. So, yeah. The other thing is, the reason why I mention this is because I think fan art, it could potentially go further, because what you're going to be able to what you're going to be capable of doing with these kind of AI agents is, saying AI agents makes it sound more cool than it is, right? What you're going to be able to do with them in the future is potentially find things that are similar. You understand? So if they can find things that are similar, once they've gone through all the stuff that actually is, people might be in trouble. And I guess a lot of people like chop and change their art and images that they use, and they'll cut a character out and put it on a different background and stuff like this. That's all fine, and it might be perfectly fine, but the potential is there for the AI to pick it up anyway. And there's things you can do after that. But this is just a warning to any kind of creators out there. Creators. You see, I'm old school YouTube. I remember when things like saying creators and community were cringe, right? So, yeah, just a warning to you guys, if anyone's out there, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a potential. And going forward, it could be more of a potential as the complexity and the kind of tasks that these things can perform just expand. But for that reason, nothing I produce now will be involving anything like that. It does mean I may probably, in fact, I probably will have to use AI art. And when I say that, I'm not saying I'm going to make art of a Space Marine. What I mean is, you'll see when the first video comes out on the channel of the new style. It's going to be sort of like an ambient kind of thing. For instance, I mean, I'll show you. It's and hold your horses if you're going with the AI art, right? What I mean is something like this. It's basically placeholder stuff that I'm going to have to put in videos and so on, just to avoid any issues in the future. But I'll get to that sort of thing in a minute as I discuss it. But as an example, I mean, this background here is the kind of thing I mean. I mean, this is just a rough cut. I've made a few experiments. But yeah, just in order to save time and energy, things like this. It creates an ambient atmosphere. You'll get these kind of things. There'll be like ruins. There'll be like that sort of thing. That's what I'm going to have to do. And a lot of people say they don't really care for the images anyway. They're listening to the content that I produce and so on. And that's fair enough. So I figure that this will do fine, because you have to put something up. I'll be messing about with some graphics and stuff like that to make it a bit more pop. But it'll be more about creating a vibe, if you get me. So I hope you're okay with that going forward, and we'll see. But no, the old content is not coming back with AI. Well, I'll discuss that in a moment. Thank you for asking, though. So yeah, it'd be that kind of thing, just placeholder sort of imagery, that gives a feel, if you get me. Yeah, that's okay, right? That's fine. I'm working with what I got here, boys. I've had to think through what to do. So where was I? So yeah, I've taken down all the content. The content is still around. If you go over to if you go over to Rumble and search for Aborder Prince, you will find it there, and also on Kick. I am now on Kick, like all the cool kids, and I'm over there now. I've even got a follower by the looks of it. I didn't realise that. I did a test stream last night of Warhammer Radio, and that seems to have gone well. It got like 200 views on Rumble, which I was very surprised about. So yeah, that will be the Warhammer rerun sort of sleepy stream for all you guys, for all you insomniacs out there. That will be up and running on these two sites going forward for the time being. Right, I've got some other considerations. I can't bring it back to the main channel just yet. But that's where there is, and on Kick and on Rumble, all of the content will be uploaded there eventually. It's mostly all there on Rumble already. I set that thing up like years ago, and it was acting as a sort of archive for me of videos, but it stopped. The connection broke a while back, about a year or two ago, a year and a half ago. So like, it's missing a few of the more recent videos, but I'll upload them soon. So do head over to there, and you will you'll find all the content. Also, the podcast is fully operational. I have no idea who she is, and I don't know why she's above my podcast. I must have done that. I don't remember. But the podcast, I mean, 1.2 million views, man. That's crazy, right? The Aborder Prince podcast is still fully up and running. So if you want to get that, go to any of your podcast providers. It's on Podbean directly, but it goes to everywhere else that you would likely find stuff. So yeah, make a PNG VTuber like the other lore channels. I have no idea what that means. Like having a little anime girl with a commissar's hat on. I don't think that'll work for me. You know, as a matter of principle, in fact. It was images, beggars dice. It was images. GW images. So yeah, there's not much I can really do about that. And that's the reason why I took everything down, because it was potential that I would be susceptible to similar things in the future. And again, at the time, I didn't know how close the future was. It could be in the next hour, could be the next day, could be the next month, could be the next year, but it could happen again. So we are moving forward into a new era. But again, like I say, the archive of everything on the channel is over there, and the live stream will continue over there as well. So whatever you prefer. I know some people don't like Rumble. I know some people don't like Kick. Whichever one you prefer, it will be in operation shortly after this stream ends. I'll turn it on, and I'll just leave it on like I normally did. So that will be fully there. Warhammer Radio lives, but on these alternative platforms. For the time being, it will return back to this channel in the not too distant future. But I've got some work to do there. Commission. Thank you, Maximum. Caught with your pants down again. Commission a few pieces, maybe. This is my issue. The content I want to future-proof, and that means dramatically rewriting a number of the pieces to ensure that they fit. To ensure things, and in terms of the actual the artworks and the graphics and so on that are used to ensure that they are future-proofed as well, because I can foresee issues in the future that I don't want to be susceptible to, because this was extremely annoying. So I am future-proofing any future content, but I'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, the content is available in these areas. The podcast is probably the best place to go in the short term, and Kick and Rumble are available if you want a video to run. But where was I then? Where was I? So in terms of the old content, none of the old content is going to be coming back to this channel. I've made this executive decision. Also, because there was another reason for this. The algorithm kind of screwed me over since about like last October. Essentially, my channel was built on evergreen content, videos that people would come to over and over again, and that YouTube would feed to people over and over again. I never had a channel where I, put out a video and got like 100,000 views on it instantly. It might have done well. Might have got 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 in the first month. But it was the evergreen nature of the content, because people would always come to it. And it would be like, so every month I would get 10,000 views on a video, 10,000 views on a video, if you understand. So that really built up. I mean, some of them did really well, more so than that, like, 50,000 views a month, blah, blah, blah. But the rest of them, all of those videos basically suffered a dramatic drop back in October, and that's because YouTube made an algorithm change. And this hasn't affected everybody. I think it's due to the nature of the audience and the nature of the content, but my content definitely took a massive hit. And I saw that dramatically in terms of viewer numbers and so on. So I was kind of due for a refresh anyway, which is why I'm not too far off being able to go ahead with a bunch of videos that I've been rewriting and or writing and putting together and recording in the background for the last couple of 3 months. I mean, the channel went down very badly for a while. I mean, back in sort of end of March, April, it reached its lowest ebb. But I managed to pull it back, and it was back up on the incline just before this happened, actually, which was frustrating. I had my best month last month. Well, not necessarily my best month, but definitely a growth month for the first time in 4 or 5 months. So, yeah, it's even more frustrating. But it is what it is. So yeah, I was due a channel refresh anyway, so this is just kind of spurring me on. And again, I want to future-proof the channel and the content I do, and ensuring that something like this can never happen again. Saying that, some of the content will return. It will be uploaded to the second channel, and that's Aborder Prince Extra, if you don't know. There's a few of you over there already, but the rest of you, if you want to go over there, at the moment, the only video on there, because I had to take some of that stuff down just to be on the safe side as well, because strikes carry over. I didn't know that. I thought you had different channels. It didn't matter. They'd be treated separately. But no. They all work in, they all count as the same. Yeah, Aborder Prince Extra is over there. At the minute, the only video I've got over there is a gummy bears video where I did it from a stream I did a long time ago. Just a fun video. If you're after a laugh, it's quite funny, I'm told. At least my missus laughed. Take that for whatever it means. She thought it was funny. Anyway, I will be uploading the old book reviews and so on, and some ranty videos and things like that. They'll all go over there from now on, and anything like that I do again will go over there. So that's the best place to go if you want like sort of more, quick rant videos about different topics and different things, and book reviews, Warhammer book reviews, and any other thing. I might expand into some other areas if I want to. But yeah, that's where you go for them. They'll be uploaded regular. So yeah, do subscribe over there. But in terms of the new content, yeah, I am going with essentially what I'm going to do. I'll be completely honest with you. The most popular videos that I have, I am going through a rewrite of all of them, and some of them are going to be expanded greatly. And I'm going to be producing them. And a lot of these videos were made a long time ago, so the quality that I have now, I feel like wasn't quite there. So it's a good excuse to remake them, and with everything included in that, to ensure that they are completely safe. They're completely safe. No one can do anything. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, thank you, the prepper. Link and pin. Oh, yeah, well, like I said to you, boys, head over to search for Aborder Prince on Kick and Rumble. That's where you can find video versions, or on any of your podcast platforms, you'll find Aborder Prince on there. Yeah, people are asking about that. Everything is on there. Everything is on there. And, that's the best place to go for the future, for the time being, anyway. And again, there will be ancillary content. There's sort of just most people didn't watch this stuff, but if you did enjoy my book reviews and talking about things and having little rants about things, go to the backup channel, Aborder Prince Extra on YouTube. That's where you'll find those things. They'll be starting to be uploaded next week, I think, if I can find the time. But in terms of this channel, yeah, I'm going to be producing, again, big lore videos, but they are going to have my own particular style. And in terms of like how they look and so on, they will be produced in a way that is completely safe and fine for all time. All right, we're not going to get any of these issues ever again. I will not have any of these issues ever again. The content will be just as good, if not better. And yeah, so you can rest assured you will be getting excellent content again. And as soon as we've got a nice catalogue of this good content, then the Warhammer live stream will resume over here as well, the radio sleepy stream. So yeah, that's where I am with the content. I'm expecting the first video to be done 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It depends how long it takes to get done, but I've almost finished rewriting it. So the first one isn't too far off, but essentially the Fall of Cadia video was, say, 4 hours long. This video is pretty much going to be about 6 hours long, because I've expanded it in certain ways and brought in some other elements, and it's more of a sort of overall lore video, but again in the style that you all love. And you will enjoy it. Will the short stories be right? The short stories and everything that I did before is now on Rumble and on Kick, or it will be on Kick, and is on the podcast. There was never any problem with the content per se, and there isn't any problem now. My problem was, as I've described, the art getting content matched, and like I say, it was in everything. It was a book review, and the book review had basically, that's a video with like 10,000 views. You get me? Which is okay, but like it was just something I wanted to do because it was fun to do, and I like to talk about the books. The problem with it was I'd used the official artwork from the novel as the sort of just static on the screen, and that's what did it. So yeah, that's what's happened. But yeah, everything else is still available for the time being. But my considerations are thinking long term, and yeah, I've got to think long term. And I really like doing this. I really like the channel. I really like doing this kind of stuff, and I'd like to continue doing it. So we've got to make some adjustments to how I do things. So unfortunately, that means some of the stuff is going to go away, and some of the stuff is going to be coming back in a better and completely safe form. Yeah. Well, I've learned a lot, you know what I mean? I've been doing this for a long time, for years, and I've learned a lot in terms of how to do content, how to write content, and so yeah, rest assured, what you're going to get is going to be peak. It's going to be as good as. It's going to be Kino. It's going to be amazing. It's yeah, it's going to be great. It's already looking great. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually quite excited because you often consider these things, and if the hammer was to drop, it's better that it dropped this way and I've survived than any other way, if you follow me. So I am very happy with how we are now, and I want to continue on from here and continue to grow and continue to do good stuff and continue to entertain you guys and to scratch this I don't want to say artistic, but that itch I've got to do this kind of stuff. I find it really enjoyable and pleasurable. Yeah, exactly. Everything's going to be fine. It'll be the same but different. It'll be the same but different, and this is just necessity, And I had to just deal with things in the best way I could. And again, like I said, I didn't know, and I will never know, because I did what I did, whether tomorrow morning I was going to wake up with more, or something else was going to happen. This way it deals with that problem, and I don't have to ever worry about that ever again. So I do feel like there's a bit of a weight lifted off me. And, like this channel, I started doing what I was doing, and I wasn't expecting much from it. It just escalated very quickly and became a lot more popular than I expected it to do, which was all down to you guys, and I really appreciate that massively. But I've just kind of just been doing it continuously since then, since it really took off, like about 5 years ago. So, I mean, I've been doing the channel's existed for like 7 years, but it was about 5 or 6 years ago, about a year and a half, 2 years into doing it, that it really took off. And so, I had like 600 videos, man. You know what I mean? I had to go through 600 videos and delete them. Luckily, I've got archives, and I already had most of them already sort of saved. So there was only a few I had to go through and save. But turns out that on YouTube, you can just select all videos and click delete. Which I didn't know, because why would I? I've very rarely ever deleted a video. And again, it's frustrating because, like I see I was going through all the videos, and you see all the views, all the comments, 96%. Like, there was only ever like 1 or 2 videos that ever went below 90%, like. And this is, you're talking like tens of thousands of likes on videos and stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate it. And I genuinely, it's you guys that have really sort of made this all possible. I mean, I don't want to say I was just lucky. I've worked hard. But, I was lucky, and I have been lucky. And if I want to continue being lucky, I've got to make these changes. So I hope you do appreciate that, and I hope you do stick with the channel. If you don't, I understand. But have no fear. The content that is coming is going to be great, and you're going to really enjoy it, and it'll be exactly the kind of thing you want. And we will be working with the most popular things first, because as I mentioned, YouTube have changed their algorithm, and I know you've probably heard other YouTubers talking about this. Other people have been hit with this. A lot of people have seen a precipitous drop. And mine wasn't so bad, right? It took months for me to get down to a low level, and thankfully it was on It was on the upswing again before this happened, so I should be okay going forward. But it's basic, and again, this doesn't affect everybody. But for me and for a lot of people, you might have noticed like YouTube is feeding you people you've never heard of before instead of the content that you normally would. So where someone would normally get given my thing, they might be getting a video fed to them in their sort of watch now thing from someone with like, 50 views on the video. I've seen this. It's very strange, but they've TikTokified everything basically, and are prioritising more newer content over the kind of thing I did, which was like evergreen content that you could always just dip in and watch. So I'm hoping that the new videos do okay under this new regime. We'll see. I'd like to continue doing this for the time being, but yeah. Oh, what we got here? We got another super chat. I really appreciate that. Really enjoy. Why isn't it showing me this? If I go to this page. Really enjoyed your reading of Sir Francis Drake's account of his privateering. Much respect for someone repeating names of boats again and again. Yeah, man. I mean, that was, for those who don't know, I've got I might upload that video soon as well. I have been dipping my toes into doing proper audiobooks. The first one was Sir Francis Drake. I've got a number of others on the back burner. It's been a busy 2 years for me, boys. I've had a son. I've got a 2.5-year-old baby, and I've just brought a house. So, as you can imagine, it's been a busy time, and various other things as well. But getting back to doing the historical audiobooks and putting them on Audible and so on is something that I'm going to be doing soon. But that was a tester. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was such a great tale, and it's hard to believe. I mean, obviously it's embellished. Who knows what really happened? But that's his account, and there's going to be a lot of truth in there for all the lies. But it's a great account, and it really sort of brings you into that era. But yeah, if you want a Drake story, head over there and find the Drake's account of his raid on the gold caravans. I can't even remember what it was. I made that 3 years ago now. That's how behind I am with everything. Anyway, thank you very much, Overkill161. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, in terms of content, yeah, it's going to stick with Warhammer stuff for the foreseeable future. I might start delving into other things, history stuff and so on. We'll see. I don't want to... You come here for Warhammer content, so I want to keep giving you Warhammer content. And I'm probably going to stick with a lot of the older stuff for the most part, because I think that's cool and better than a lot of the newer stuff. But, well, that's not fair, to be honest. I've been going through... People say that. I've been going through a lot of the new stuff, and it's not that bad. Even compared to a lot of the older stuff, like, it holds up, man, you know what I mean? Like, and they're trying to craft, like, proper big narratives and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. Well, beggars dice, that's the question, isn't it? Yeah. I'll try and do as much as I can. And like I said, the existing stuff, the existing archive of everything is mostly available on Rumble at the moment and will be available on Kick. But the Warhammer Radio stream will be kicking off as soon as this stream ends on those websites. So do head over there and search for Aborder Prince and you will find me. I haven't got the links to hand because I'm lazy. Yeah. And subscribe to Aborder Prince Extra for, review videos and just me... ranting about things now and again, and if you want the podcast feed is the best place to go because that's got pretty much everything. I'm probably about 3 or 4 videos behind. I meant to update them this week, but obviously I've been a bit busy, so bear with me on that. But I will get to it. The First Barons War, the King's War is the most is an interesting one. But anyway, an ABB Lives, yes, CJ. I am just learning the video editing, and I find it amazing you keep up with it all, especially with the Little Prince. And yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. I've got another job, right? I've got to do other stuff, right? But I'm trying to, especially this year. I've been a bit lazy last year. I was just dealing with stuff, but this year I'm really trying to be as busy as I can while I'm still young enough to do it properly. So yeah, but. Yeah, I think that's pretty much AI slop is being where I continuously dislike and block a channel from that. Yeah, I mean, not just that, but Twitch. Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people are going over to Kick, aren't they? I will say this as well. I'm probably going to get myself on Twitter again. I have made an account. Whether I actually do anything with it, I don't know. I had an account years ago, but I just didn't like Twitter back then. It was kind of lame. But I have got one now. and maybe I'll do stuff with that, and that'll probably be my main sort of social media thing. And I'm probably going to be willing to do a bit more social media sort of outreach, community building, you know, that sort of thing, all that sort of thing. But we'll see how that goes. But if you're on what's it called, X now, if you're on there, if you search for Aborder Prince, it hasn't got a profile picture, so you know that's actually me. Aborder Prince, my actual name. I don't know how I got that, because I must have put it like a dash or something in my old one. But yeah, that's there now. I might start using that soon, as that's going to be, as I understand it, that's going to turn into like an actual full sort of social media video sharing platform and so on in the not too distant future. I think it already is, really, I'm told. So I'll probably have to start using that more. Facebook is a no-go for me. I hate Facebook. But I have got a page on there, but I don't use it. And Instagram, I don't understand Instagram. I don't understand it. It's not for me. But I kind of get X and Twitter and stuff like that, so I grasp it. And yeah, it seems like a decent place to go, or it will be in the future. It's going to become like a one-stop shop kind of thing, I think, for everything. That's the intention with it, or so I'm told. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for the very kind messages I've received. Not from the people who gave me not very kind messages. You can go screw yourselves, right? But everybody else, thank you ever so much for your very kind messages. And yeah, it's nice to know that so many people value the channel and the kind of things I do. And you will be getting a lot more stuff. But you got to just bear with me for a week or two while I get things in order, because I've got to change things up, and I've got a lot of work to do with various things. Just with the admin, you know what I mean? Just with the admin behind, you know, just like uploading things to other websites and things like that. But, and like I say, I've got other stuff to do. Okay? I've got a life. Kind of. Well, I have. I never used to, but I do now, so it takes up the time. But, well, I suppose. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been ranting too long. Let me have a sip of coffee. See if that brings me back to my senses. It's hard, you know, talking to yourself. Aborder Prince stands. Where else can I get the law? Mr. MP Bros 20. Like I was saying, if you head over to Kick and head over to Rumble and head over to the podcast feed and just search for Aborder Prince on any of those, you will get my channel on all of these things, and pretty much everything is there, or at least it will be in the not too distant future, in the next week or so. So yeah, that's where you go. And again, like I say, if you want to head over to these things now, not the podcast obviously, but those two websites, then you will get the Warhammer radio if you are an insomniac and you want to fall asleep to my dulcet tones. Let me sing you a lullaby of death. Have a pint. I already have, man. Not today, but no, I'm all good. And like I say, I'm all good. To be honest, it's a weight off my mind, because there was some considerations I've had, and it's a weight off my mind. I'm going to be in a position where I don't ever have to worry about this stuff again, if you get me. And yeah, we will continue on making content, and it's going to be really good. I mean, I'm genuinely really excited about what I'm going to do in a way that I haven't been for a while. So this is really, it's rekindled my I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And I hope you guys really, well, I know you guys really will enjoy the stuff that's coming up. And that's all I've got to say, really, boys. I appreciate the super chats. I really appreciate it. I need it right at the minute. You know what I mean? I'm, yeah, seeing that view thing go down to zero. Oof. But at least it's going down to zero and not gone. That's the consideration I've got. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I appreciate it, and we will. Me. It's all me. All right. It's all me. We're gonna push on, and we'll get stuff coming out soon. My creative spark. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but you know, yeah. You got this. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Gillian Toker, and yeah. Oh yeah. Well, if you want to support the channel, it's on Patreon. I might upload the videos to Patreon. We'll see. I don't want to do that necessarily, because this is the other thing as well. Just before we go, I just spoke with some people and I said maybe blur out the images in all your videos, which is time consuming. So again, I was against that because it's time consuming, and I didn't know if something else was going to come. If you get me, and when I say time consuming, like it would take about 5 hours to blur out the images on a video of like 2 or 3 hours length. It would take that long. So you know, I was thinking that I had possibly minutes rather than hours or days or months or weeks. So yeah, that's why I've done what I've done. Because it needed to be done and quickly. But yeah, the problem with blurring out the images, even if you do that, the AI, if not now, then in the not too distant future, may become sophisticated enough to be able to de-blur things. You don't know, right? But the other issue was, it was more of an issue of time because I didn't know what was going to happen next. I didn't want to hide everything and then get done even though it's hidden, because these companies have the ability to find private videos and flag them as well. So that's the issue you've got. They've got a toolkit that allows them to do that. So it doesn't matter whether it's private, it doesn't matter whether it's unlisted, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's on YouTube, they can find it. So that was the other consideration. And I knew this. So yeah, as you can imagine, I felt like the pressure was on and the time was ticking. But yeah, Drunken Walrus. Well, I'll say this for the time being, for the vast for the foreseeable future, there'll be none of that going on this channel, and that is because I want to future-proof the channel and ensure that I can never get into a problem. I can never receive any problems again. In terms of like short stories and stuff, I have considered. I know some people who like to write short stories. I may do something with that in the future. But for the time being, I'm going to be reproducing in a new way that is completely safe, as I say, and devoid of any possible problems going forward. A bunch of massive lore videos, which are going to cover which are basically going to be the most popular videos I've done. So basically everything above, they've got like about 500,000 views and above, which is a lot, which is about like 30, 40 videos. I'm going to be making, you're going to be getting videos of them. And yeah, that's what we're going to do going forward. The exact name is Aborder Prince, one word, and you will find it. And that goes for all of the channels that I've suggested. And again, if you're after everything, the podcast is the place to go. And Rumble and Kick will also have them all soon. Rumble has most of them, and the Warhammer Radio Insomniac stream will be starting within about 10 minutes after this stream, or sooner. That will be running, and that will run how it ran on YouTube. It will just be a 24-hour rerun stream of all the videos, so you can happily sit back and have the white noise of my lovely accent giving you nightmares. OnlyFans? Not yet. I don't think it's reached that point yet. I do think OnlyFans is a potential for me in the future. I think I'd be very popular. Probably not amongst the community I'd want to be, but I definitely would find an audience, depending on what I did. So yeah, it's a potential. It's not something that's on the cards at the minute, but it is something that I could do, and I could do well. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, you know. I feel like I could lend myself to a lot of stuff very, very easily. So, but yeah, I will be back again very, very soon. Again, thank you all for the support. I will be streaming regular again. I started a sort of a podcast. I want to say podcast. It was basically like a regular live stream I was doing where I talk about the news and just ramble about nonsense and stuff like this. Mostly Warhammer related, but you know what? I'll probably branch out into some other things, gaming and anything else that strikes my fancy if I want to babble about and maybe play some games and stuff. I'll make that a regular thing, and that will be on this channel. But probably not for the next week or two because I'm going to be busy doing this other stuff. So bear with me. Patreon. Oh, nah. Thank you. Is it no? Oh, nah. Thank you, man. Law dumping the bathtub law. See, that's you see, you're an old school G. You know the bathtub. But yeah, that's the only update I've got really. Expect more content soon. Stick with the channel. It will be coming, and it will be of the quality that you expect. And it's going to be really good, really enjoyable. You're going to like it. And if you don't, let me know. But definitely do stick around. There'll be some great stuff coming up soon. And again, like I say, hit me up on these other platforms. I will be there, and I'll be paying attention to them regular. And yeah, I mean, there's one guy on like Rumble who's been commenting on my videos for ages. And to be honest, I forgot the login for Rumble, and I just couldn't be bothered to sort it out. So I think he's like Vinci. I apologise to you, sir. But yeah, you popped up in the live stream the other day and said like, "Oh my God, is it really you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." So yeah, I'll be paying attention to it. Like I say, I've got the live chats up on that, so I'll keep up with that sort of thing. And again, yeah, Kick seems like a decent place. It's more live streams at the minute, I guess. People migrating over there from Twitch. But they do have, in a way that Twitch never did, which is why I never used it, they do have a sort of a much more of a focus on video hosting, which is why I'm using these two sites, because they're good sites for video hosting. There was a couple of others potentials, but like they seem dead, basically, so I'm just going to not bother with them anymore. But Rumble seems like it's pretty decent, and they're very responsive. I talked to them, and they got back. Like the actual people got back to me, so that was surprising. So something might come of that in the future. And Kick seems very popular in comparison to a lot of other places. So that should be good. And like I said, the podcast feed is out there. If you're just after the audio now, you will find it all there, and it's available on all of your podcast platforms. It's on Podbean, but it gets fed to everybody. Yeah. Oh, the nah is silent. Okay, nah. Sorry, man. Huge OF potential. I don't think painting miniatures is what they'd want me to do. You know? I don't think that's what they'd want me to do. You know, I've never actually been on that website. Have I? I think I clicked it once when it first started. What the fuck is this? But I never actually, I've never had a membership or anything. Obviously. But yeah, I don't really know. That's a whole ecosystem that I'm not part of, you know. Thought about doing some Q&A stuff. Well, that's what I call it Terracast, right? We'll start off with episode 1 again, and I'll just number it like that because it makes me feel good. When I get into double and triple figures, it'll make me feel really good that I've been consistent. But yeah, it probably will just be doing that sort of thing, but also just rambling about stuff, and maybe we'll cover like any news in the Warhammer and gaming space. You know, I think I'm a funny guy. I think I can make that entertaining. I'm funny, aren't I? You like me, don't you? I hope you're doing well other than this. Yeah, I mean, Q, it's all good, man. And like I say, stuff will be available. I'll keep you updated on the posts. Check out the YouTube posts. But I'm expecting a new video before the end of the month. I'm hoping. We'll see how long it takes. But from then on, you'll get regular content again. But I've just got to sort out some stuff. But yeah. Yeah, hilarious. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, man. I am funny. Just imagine all the women looking in awe and fear. Well, my missus thinks I'm okay. You know. Exactly, my missus said so. She says I'm fine. She likes me. And that's the main thing, you know what I mean? You got to just make them laugh. Anyway, no more dating advice from me because I'm terrible at it. You know, I have 1,000 hours listening to your voice. Yeah. Everything is fine-ish. Yeah, everything is fine-ish. Like I said, the channel will continue. We're just going to have to build it up again a little bit, probably. We'll probably lose a few subscribers with this new style of content. And when I say new style, it's basically like, no one's going to be able to come after me. Okay? No one's going to be able to come after the videos. Ever. In the future. In a few years, ever. The channel will be completely safe and secure. And that's very important to me. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen here. And, yeah, And like I say, I'll probably just stick to doing solid lore stuff on this channel and live streams. And anything else like book reviews and so on, I will do them, but I am going to just be uploading them to the backup channel, Aborder Prince Extra. And I'm sorry I haven't got links to it. I should have probably thought about that. But if you just search for Aborder Prince, on YouTube, the second channel comes up directly under mine, or at least it does for me. That's how I find it. Found your stuff on the podcast lines. Thank God, there's so much I have returned to. Yeah, the podcast is like fully up to date and fully fine, and it's available everywhere. And yeah, that's all I got to say, boys. Like I say, and if you're a YouTube content creator, be warned. Be warned. It doesn't matter how much alteration you put into something, there is a real potential for you to get got. So bear that in mind. But that's all I've got to say for now, boys. I really appreciate the continued support and all the support over the years. I know some of you have been here for nearly a decade now, which is terrifying. But yeah, well, if you know anyone who's after the stuff and is looking for a link to it, yeah, go and head over there. But definitely subscribe on those areas as well. And yeah, going forward, the YouTube will continue, and I'm in a better place with it, and I'm going to carry on doing stuff because I like it, and I think I'm pretty decent at it. Like I say, you know, I had some of the biggest Warhammer videos on YouTube, so I was quite happy with that. That was really good. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Let me know in the chat, actually. When did you subscribe, right? Because the people commenting are probably the more... You're probably the people who like the stuff, and like me. You like me the most. Than anyone else who subscribed. So let me know in the chat now. What subscriber count did I have when you joined? I would really like to know that. Because there's a lot of names here that I've seen for years, and I'd really like to know where you were when... where I was with the channel when you survived. Got it on my mind. When you subscribed. Yeah, that will continue, man. Don't worry. In a warplane far, far away. Your voices are awesome, great. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Like I say, I'm going to be doing some more novel. I've got some big things on the horizon. Not necessarily Warhammer related, so I will keep you updated with that, but there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. So this came at a really bad time, but on the other hand, I'm glad to get it out of the way now, and I can push forward in a, like I say, everything's going to be fine. Julian Toki, you've been around for a long time, man. I think I was in like a double digits then. I've been subscribed to your channel for years. 2009? Yeah. You've been around for like, since about like 20k, 10k, I remember. There's a lot of names here, about 60. Yeah, Maximum. I know you, Maximum. You were like Day Dot. You were an original, man. I had like, I mean, yeah, there's loads of people. There's loads of people. Our friend who disappeared, Maximum, he messaged me the other day. He said he's all good. He's had a rough time. Yeah. Around 6 years. Subscribed to you for years. Duppy Man. Yeah, Duppy Man. I don't know if you saw it at the start. Tamworth's a mission for me, mate. Geez, Tamworth's a mission for me, geez. I can't get to Tamworth, man. Plus, I don't play 40k. I only play Middle Earth. Hence the tree men. And the elves. And the dwarfs. I only play Middle Earth. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got to say, boys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. Please do give the stream a like. And let me know in the comments anything you think. That really helps the channel. And at the minute, I can do with all the help I can get, yeah? So, yeah, if this stream gets reasonable numbers, that should be good for the next video that comes out. Nice wall of minis. Yeah, man, I've got these 2 boxes here because I got all my Isengard and my Rohan stuff in here, and like they've just released all the new rules. So like I'm thinking I'm just gonna go full berserker with Isengard. I'm just gonna take Saruman and like 30 berserkers. I think it's going to be the only way I can counter dragons. Anyway, my mate who's got dragons, he's got 2 dragons already. He's just bought another one. He's loving it. He's going to be burning people all over the place. It's terrifying to me. That's why I've got to take berserkers, because at least they've got the double-handed. So they get the +1 to wound. Yeah, for Rohan, exactly. Get beer and enjoy yourself. Yeah, no, well, actually, I'm going to go to bed. I've been up since very early. My kid woke up at like 5:30, I think it was. Or was that yesterday? I haven't slept much, all right? I haven't slept much the last few days. And not just because of this. Obviously, this is a stressful thing. But I've had a bunch of other stuff going on. And my kid hasn't been well. It's been it's not been the best week, okay? It's not been the best week. But it could have been worse. And that's how you got to think about it. You got to think of the positives. I will be... I'll be back soon. Next week or two. I might live stream before then. We might have a gaming stream and a chat stream and so on. But for a couple of days at least, this is me saying over and out. And again, like I say, if you want the Warhammer Radio live stream, head over to Rumble, head over to Kick, head over... Oh no, just on them. Or if you just want the pure videos, head over to podcast to get audios of all of the podcast versions of all of the videos. Is that it? Anything else from you guys in the chat? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to say? Exactly, man. We soldier on. We soldier on. There's no point in bemoaning it. There's no point whinging about it. It is what it is. And you have to address problems and work forward from them once you've solved it. And this is where we are. Have a nice pint. Thank you. Well, I hope so. I hope so. The Emperor protects. Thank you, Ezekiel Abaddon. Yeah. I might start feeding the stream through to Twitter. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. Ave Imperator. Number 2, number 1. They've got this ranking... I've got to look into this ranking system on the chats, because people have got like little crowns next to them with like 1, 2, all that sort of stuff. Hugh Gadney. I could play anything, yeah. Battlefleet, yeah. Major Grumpy Bum. Thank you, Grumpy Bum. But, yeah, I'll be back again soon, lads. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. It's apparently going to be lightning storms this evening in England, so look forward to that. And it'll blow away. It'll blow it all away. It's feeling a bit too claustrophobic. So I'm hoping for a good storm to just clear the air. I'll be back again soon. Thank you all again. And, yeah, honestly, thank you all, honestly. Especially to a lot of you guys who've been in here for a long time. Cannot thank you enough for the continued support. And it makes it all worthwhile knowing that people really enjoy the stuff, and it makes me want to carry on. So, Overkill. You know what, Overkill? I like your star, man. I'm going to make you a mod. Oh, I can't do it on here. It's like weird. I'll do that before I go, because I'll forget otherwise. But Overkill, I like your vibe, man. And you were very generous, so I appreciate that. You can be a mod as well. But yeah, I'll be back again soon. That's all I've got to say for now. Have a good weekend. May the Emperor protect. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.